Welcome to the Man of Honor podcast. My name is Corey, and today I'm just going to sort of riff and just go on one, I guess. I'm not sure. I did not plan to say anything, but I just wanted to publish at the same time. Lately, I haven't had some questions on Instagram, but usually I get some questions on Instagram and I get to answer them on here. So I've been very busy doing other stuff. And last week was quite busy in terms of just attending that live event and then also working and other things. So I found myself really now trying to catch up a lot on the weekend. So I didn't really plan anything to say. But at the same time, I just wanted to come out and just, see how you guys are doing. Hope you had a good weekend. And a large chunk of you probably are now looking towards Christmas and probably preparing for Christmas. We started wrapping all the presents pretty much. Well, my wife was wrapping. I'm not very good at wrapping. I don't have the patience. As an engineer, I like to see straight lines and stuff like that. So what takes her like 2 minutes to wrap takes me literally 10 minutes because I'm trying to get it all symmetrical and stuff. So absolutely crazy, but just me, just a bit weird like that. But I think it's quite interesting that, when it's now that we're coming towards Christmas, this is going to be a very different type of Christmas because there's all this uncertainty when it comes to COVID and business and relationships as well. There's so much stress on relationships and things that are going on. And it's no relationship is immune to any effect of what's happening in the world in terms of COVID. So whether you're at home, both of you working from home, or whether there's one of you working from home, there's just this effect. How does your relationship evolve in order to become better? And this is what we're now beginning to figure out, that before COVID, everybody was at their routines set up and they were living life in a certain way. And whenever there was some sort of challenge in life, whether it's relationship or work related, you could easily find different avenues to blow off steam. And now, in terms of blowing off steam, you have to find different ways. And sometimes you cannot because you're cooked up in a place. So we've had to find different ways to communicate. Certainly in my relationship, we've had to find different ways to communicate. And, in terms of frustrations and stuff like that, just the negative stuff, and not allowing those negative stuff to actually start seeping into our relationship and affecting the way we live together. So it becomes very important to actually look at this as an opportunity rather than I can't wait for, because I've heard a lot of my friends say they can't wait for the pubs to open or whatever to open so they can do whatever to be able to blow off steam. And I'm beginning to think that maybe that is a crutch that helps us not to actually deal with the things that we're supposed to be dealing with. We've found ways of running away from stuff instead of actually dealing with stuff. So it's a blessing in disguise, and it becomes that when you start looking at it from that perspective, that if you started focusing on the things that you've been avoiding or running away from, and actually start trying to deal with it. And I think a large part of it is like we've got this mindset as men that we are men, we should be strong and we should never show any weakness and we shouldn't be vulnerable. And a lot of that causes a lot of issues, and certainly has caused a lot of issues within my relationship. The fact that I choose not to be vulnerable so that I seem like I'm this really strong guy, but it's got that effect on a relationship. Whenever I don't become vulnerable, then it just prevents us from exploring our relationship in a deeper way. And that's one of the advantages that you get, or the byproduct of actually being vulnerable and being able to speak to your spouse and stuff like that. So lockdown certainly is probably a blessing in disguise for many relationships. And most people wouldn't see it that way. And if you don't see it that way, it becomes a burden, and there's a lot of people out there that are struggling, people that I've spoken to that are struggling, and I'm not exempt from it. I've struggled as well in terms of just in the sense of a relationship standpoint. It's been quite difficult, but again, you can choose to look at it as a blessing, or you can choose to look at it as a curse. And when you look at look at it on the lenses of the ladder, then definitely it's just you're gonna have even more struggles post COVID, because this has been one of those things that is literally pulling the wallpaper, and you now revealed all the cracks that are on your wall, for lack of a better term. So as if you do, as a relationship has gone over the years, or if it's a new relationship, all those things in terms of what you need to be talking about, how you need to be relating, how you need to be communicating, especially the negative things that are within your relationship, has come to the forefront, and you've been given an opportunity to actually deal with it. So for me, it's been quite interesting, and to look at it from that perspective has been interesting. And I would like to know what has been the biggest thing for you in terms of your relationship within COVID. I think many people have seen it in different ways. One of my friends, he has absolutely loved it. They've been, pretty much like second honeymoon. So, this affected people differently. Some people positively, some people, I think majority of people negatively. So yeah, I just thought that's what's ended up coming out in terms of the episode. I did not plan to talk about that, but I'll be interested to know your situation and what you'd want to know in terms of relationship and making it better. So if you can get in touch on Instagram, that'll be amazing, or follow the link. You can anonymously send your requests through the link. It's a Google Doc that will take you to. It's a link to a Google Doc, so you don't even have to type in your name or email or anything like that. You can actually just ask your question and we'll answer it from there. So thank you very much. If you want to learn more, go to the Man of Honor Facebook group. There's a lot of things that we're now planning to start rolling out in terms of interviews and guests that are going to be coming through as well. So thank you very much for that, guys. Hope to be speaking to you soon. Take care. So,